Good evening and welcome to the Burns Gymnasium on the campus of Missouri Valley College, where tonight we have Heart of America Conference Volleyball. The Missouri Valley College Vikings, with a record of 12-2 overall, 1-0 in conference play, will host the Benedictine Ravens. The Ravens come in 1-2 in league play and 7-3 overall. Let's take a look at the standings. Clark leads the way, 3-0 in conference play, 12-2 overall. Mid-America Nazarene ranked 19th, 2-0 and 7-4. Grandview 2-0 in conference play, 8-6, followed by Peru State at 4-7, also 2-0 in league play. And then Missouri Valley receiving net votes in the national poll with their 2-0 or 1-0 conference record, 12-2 overall. You look at Avila, Benedictine now 1-2, 7-3 overall, followed by Mount Mercy, Culver Stockton, William Penn, Evangel 0-2, and Graceland at 0-4 and 5-7. A very tough league, the Heart of America Conference, as far as women's volleyball. And tonight we expect to have a very exciting match. Benedictine is coached by Aaron Cooper. The Vikings are coached by Brett Holt. And between the first and second sets, we will have a visit with Coach Holt. Coach Holt comes in front of us and shakes hands with Aaron Cooper, who is the, again, head coach of Benedictine. So glad you can be with us tonight at the Burns Center, a warm evening in Marshall. And whether you're rooting for the Vikings or rooting for the Ravens, we certainly are glad you can be with us from the Burns Gymnasium tonight. The cheerleaders are here. The Vikings in their white jerseys with the orange pants and orange numerals. Benedictine in the black shorts with the gray jerseys and, of course, red numerals. Red and black, the predominant colors of the Ravens. The Vikings' predominant colors are purple and orange. Ready for the first set. Ravens and the Vikings. For the Vikings, Kat Kristanisic, Haley Criswell. Also in the starting line, Lauren Eldridge. There are some gals that were here last year, so this is a veteran club. Madison Sherman, the libero, wearing the fluorescent yellow jersey. I believe the Vikings will serve to get this match underway. Looks like Nicole Boots, a junior out of Orlando, Florida, will serve to get things started. Crowd coming in. We'll have a nice crowd here tonight. And the Vikings will serve first. Back to do that is Nicole Boots. Glad you could be with us on the Viking Sports Network on this Tuesday night. Here's the first serve of the match. Ravens get to it, and they'll dink it over. And the Vikings get the first point. And the kill goes to Kristanisic. She is out of Serbia. Her sister, Maya, played here last year. And when we talked to Coach Holt between sets, we'll talk about the fact that Maya's going to graduate in December. And Kat wanted to transfer here and spend a semester or two with her sister and graduate at the same time. So she is eligible here in her last year. A block by the Vikings, who lead 1-0. And make it 2-0. As this time the kill goes to Sarah Mueller. Sarah out of St. Peters, Missouri. So a good start for the Vikings in this best of 5. Serve is up over the net. And this one is set and hammered down. Good job by the Ravens. A good set there. And they were able to get their first point of the match, make it 2-1. We've got Sophie Thomas back serving for the Ravens. Sends it over. And that one is going to be long off of the right arm of Lauren Eldridge. So we're tied at 2. As once again back to serve is Sophie Thomas. Thomas with the serve. Vikings will get the point right back, and once again that is Kristanisic who gets the kill. Checking in for the Vikings Deborah Constanzo. She is out of Dominican Republic. And back to serve for the Vikings will be Madison Sherman. 3-2 Valley, just underway tonight. Good serve. And the set was not where it needed to be for Katie Stewart, and she was unable to do anything with it. And Taylor Garner said, "Hey, it's my fault on the set." So it's 4-2 Valley. Sherman runs into this one, sends it long, 4-3. And wisely letting that go, Abby Brown. Abby from Overland Park, Kansas, the libero, and she wisely let that one go long. Now she will go back to serve. 4-3 Valley in the first. Again, the Vikings go to their left side. Good double block by Valley, and they'll get the point. Kristanisic was right there, and I believe that was Mueller with it. Nonetheless, 5-3 Valley. And back to serve is Eldridge out of Gladstone, Missouri. 5-3, Vikings lead first set. Women's volleyball, you must win 3 of 5. All right, here comes the serve. It's over. And good kill for the Ravens. Good cross-court kill. Vikings got a hand on it, but couldn't do anything with it. So it's 5-4. And back to serve is Crystal Hack. Overhand serve. Vikings get it to the net. Good block by the Ravens. Kristanisic sends it over, blocked. Nice little volley going on here. Kristanovic with a little dink. Ravens able to get to that one. Now they'll send it over. Best volley of the night. Good save by Brown. And the point will go to the Ravens from the left side. And I believe that was Sophie Thomas. It was. Tied at 5 in the first set. Vikings 1-0, Benedictine 1-2 in conference play. This conference is tough in a lot of sports. Women's volleyball, one of them. Kristanisic, good dig by Abby Brown. Ravens trying to break this tie. Vikings will send it over. Good dig again. Ravens keeping that one alive. This one dinked over. The Vikings will be able to get to it. It's going to be a double hit. And so it's 6-5, Ravens with their first lead of the night. Hack will serve. Powers that one over. Vikings are really not getting a very good job of getting the ball set around the net in the last couple of volleys. Now they do, and they get the point because of it. Good job. And the kill goes to Constanzo. 6-1 out of Dominican Republic. 6-all. Going back to serve. Kristanisic. Kat Kristanisic. Sends it over. Ravens work their right side, and that's going to be long. It may have been tipped. It was tipped, so the point belongs to the Ravens. Ramunzai gets credit for it. So the Ravens lead. Vikings go to work. Good block, double block, and the Ravens get the point off the double block by Taylor Garner and also Ramunzai. 8-6, Ravens with a 2-point lead, their largest lead of the first set. Thomas will serve again, just over the net. And another, again, too close to the net and going up for it was Sazama, and it was blocked. 9-6 Ravens. Here's Sophie Thomas to serve again, right from the middle of the court. Vikings push this one over. Amy Brown keeps it alive. Oh, this one danked in the middle. Again, the Vikings are not getting much of a set here, but they will get the point as Hack unable to control that one. 9-7. Serving for the Vikings is Costanza. And point belongs to the Ravens. So they're up 10-7. Back to serve. Ramunzai. And barely gets it over. It stayed in. Good serve. And the Vikings will get the point, as that's Eldridge from her middle position, able to send it to the right side and unable to do anything with it. Sophie Thomas. 10-8. 8 serving. Vikings send this one over. Good volley going on here. Good kill by the Ravens. They did a nice job of getting that to the left side and getting the kill there. And with the kill was Fleur Wesseling out of the Netherlands. (11-8). Visitors with the lead. Good dig there by the Ravens. They'll have to free ball this one over, and they will. Kristanisic. Left hand. Vikings keep it alive. Good block. And they get this one. Good job by the Vikings defensively, and that set up the point to Dakota Santor. Santor with the point. Senior out of Plainfield, Illinois. 11-9. And back to serve. Second time in the rotation, Nicole Boots. Long. Tried to get a little too much on that one. 12-9. So the Ravens lead here in the first set. There's a good kill. Boy, they set up. That was a nice set. Kristanisic right down the line, left side. 12-10. And Sherman will serve. Young lady out of Springfield, Missouri. Defensive specialist. Gets this one over. Vikings have to keep this one alive. They do. Satanovich, good block. Ravens are able to send it over, however. Good job. And Sarah Mueller's could not get the setup over the net. Point goes to the Ravens, 13-10. Costanzo tried to flip it over the net, but had no chance to do that. So here's the serve. A 3-point lead for the Ravens. Oh, and mistimed. Boy, that was just a mistimed leap by Costanzo. She went up for it, and ball wasn't there. 14-10, a timeout taken by the Vikings as the Ravens playing pretty well here in the first set. They lead at 14-10. You're listening to Heart of America Conference Volleyball. The Benedictine Ravens, Missouri Valley College Vikings on the Viking Sports Network. Ravens off to a good start. Leading 14-10 here in the first. Our next webcast will be, I believe, next week, soccer. We will not have, on Saturday, we'll have radio only of the football game at Peru State. That is a cable television game on ESPN3. So on the Vikings Sports Network, you can tune in and listen. We'll have it on KMMO radio and also on Movell.edu. And we will not have the video of Saturday's game. That'll be on ESPN3. Here's the serve, just over the net. Vikings down by 4. Make it down by 3 as they get that point coming in out of the timeout, 14-11. Sazama will check in, Christian Sazama. Back to serve is Lauren Eldridge. And this one put up right at the net. And the Vikings get the block. Ravens, good job of getting it back over. That could have been an easy point. Ravens again keep it alive. They're doing a great job from the side, and they get the kill. Great job defensively by the Ravens, and then Sophie Thomas gets the kill. (15-11). Ravens work to their right side. Ravens have a chance to get this one over the free ball. They will. And the volley continues. 15-11 Ravens. Satanovich gets it over. Ravens. Vikings will have to free ball this one over, and they do. Good job by the Ravens to find a spot. Nobody home. 16-11 Ravens here in the first set. Back to serve is Hack. Pounds this serve. That might have been out, but the Vikings went for it anyway. Now they're going to have to send this one over the free ball, and they do. Block and into the net, one of the Ravens. So 16-12, Vikings trail by 4 as we're getting late in this first set. Dakota Santor back in. Kristanisic will serve. (16-12) is our score. The visitors from Atchison with the lead. Kristanisic gets it over. And the Ravens attempt to kill. Good dig by the Vikings. The Vikes send it over. And they're going to get the point. Well, it's playable. It's off the backboard, and it's playable, and they free ball it over. Now, good block by the Ravens. The Vikings keep it alive, however, and they'll send this one over. Another good volley going on here. Ravens keep it alive. Send it to the left side. It's over. Valley will send it back over. Good job there by Brown. There's the point, or is it? Yeah, that point finally for the Vikings. And I believe that was Santor. It was Dakota. 16-13. Valley was down by 5. Trying to get a little closer here. That's served barely over the net. Now the Vikings will go to work defensively. Ravens doing a good job defensively. That one's into the net. Viking point. 16-14. Now let's see what Kristanisic can do here. This is big. These next few points are huge. This one over, and it is in right down that left side. Nobody home for the Vikings defensively. 17-14. right just inside the line. Here's the serve. Sherman has it. Vikings gets the point. Once again, flying in Dakota Santor. 17-15. Constanzo back to serve. Boy, that was a nice set and good kill. 18-15. Ravens did a nice job of setting that one up. Here it's the next one. Serve to the middle. It's still alive. They'll have to get this one over, and they will. 18-15. Good job by the Ravens to keep it alive, but that one's into the net. Just trying to get it over was Wesselink, and it went into the net. So it's 18-16 as these two teams trade points. Vikings score on the side out. Here's Sarah Mueller. Send to that left side. That's where they like to go. Vikings get the block. Trying to get a little closer into the net. It's over. Good job. Sherman has it. There's the block. It's over. Good job by the Ravens to keep it alive defensively, and now it's going to be Viking point. It was hit twice. 18-17. Down within a point now. Again, serving is Mueller. The Vikings were down by as many as 5 here in this first set. Ooh, service error. Oh, you didn't need it there. Mueller with a service error to make it 19-17. All right, serving Taylor Garner out of Phoenix, Arizona. Good defense by the Ravens. But I guess it was, did not see what the infraction was, but it is going to be Viking point, 19-18. So back to serve Nicole Boots. Vikings trying to tie this first set here. Jump serve by Boots. To the middle go the Ravens. The Vikings have a shot at it. And this one will be free balled over. Again, they work to the left side. Free balled over again. The Vikings, really an unforced error there. The ball was just free balled over and they didn't do anything with it. So it's 20-18. That's a mistake that probably should have happened. But the Ravens take advantage and they lead 20-18. Ravens playing some real good defense here in this first. Good block, but the Vikings able to keep it alive. And now they're going to get the point. That was a tremendous block. I think with the block was Criswell, kept it alive, and then Eldridge got the kill. 20-19. That was a big, big point. Serve is over. Again, the Vikings looking to tie this first set. 20-19, they trail. It's now 20-20. Vikings get the point, and I believe Coach Cooper wants a timeout. She does. So the Valley trailed by 5. It was 16-11. And now it's 20 all with the Vikings serving here in the first set. Timeout, Ravens. Both teams have used a timeout here in the first set. We're tied at 20. Play to 25 or win by 2. Vikings have come back from a 5-point deficit. They will serve here. Here's Madison Sherman, the libero. Good dig. Vikings keep it alive. Good dig. Sherman gets it over. Into the net. Point belongs to the Vikings. Attempted kill went into the net. And Valley has taken the lead 21-20 after trailing at one time 16-11. Sherman continuing to serve here. Just over the net. This one dinked over. The Vikings get to it. And it's going to be a Viking point, as I believe one of the Ravens into the net. 22-20. Sherman continues to serve. Fires this one over. Ravens get the point. Right down the right side by Katie Stewart. Big point there to stop the momentum for the Vikings. Back to serve is Abby Brown. 21-22, 21 serving. (23-21) kill for the Vikings. Just in play. And Benedictine wants yet another timeout. So the Vikes are 2 points away from winning this first set, but it has not been easy. It has been a battle. The Vikings will serve, leading 23-21. All right, the Ravens took their second time out. Brett Holt still talking to his team down to our right. As you can see, that huddle breaking up now. Kristanisic leads her teammates out. Sazelman, there's number 4. Constanzo, number 12. And back serving is Lauren Eldridge. Service error. Boy, you didn't need that. 23-22. And she knows it. She's a veteran. So serving now will be Hack. Crystal Hack, and she gets it over. Good dig by the Ravens, looking to tie. The Vikings keep it alive. Kristanisic. This is a Viking point, 24-22. Well, they get that ball to Kristanisic. She's tough. Now back to serve is Kristanisic. Young lady out of Serbia. Set point. Just over the tape. Good block. It's over. Now the Ravens will have to send it back over. They get the block, and it's 24-23. Back serving is Sophie Thomas. Still a match. There's still a set point for the Vikings. And the Vikings win the first set on a service error. 25-23 Valley. The Vikings were down 16-11 and came back to win this one 25-23. I had a chance to visit with Brett Holt before the match. Let's get you in on part of that conversation. Visiting with Brett Holt, the head women's volleyball coach and head of volleyball operations, Missouri Valley College. Coach, congratulations. Team off to a great start.
It is. That's been a good start. We've challenged ourselves a little bit in the non-conference to put ourselves in a position to hopefully see some better competition in the non-conference and get us off to a good start here in the conference race. What's been the key to a good start? Obviously, it looks like a veteran team. A little bit of mix of veteran leadership and just we got some pieces of the puzzle that we needed to get on the recruiting side. And so with all that combined, it's been a good start to our season.
Who are some of the veterans that are back for you, helping you out?
Lauren Eldridge is back. Maddie Sherman, our libero. Kristen Setting, Emily Dodge, Haley Criswell. They're all returners, and most of them have been in the program at least 2 or 3 years, if not 4.
Yeah, and Dakota Santor's back for you, right?
Dakota as well. Yeah, she's nursing a little bit of a back injury, so she's been on rest. We have to be really careful with her right now just to make sure that she makes it through the season.
Now I looked and I almost took a double take. You have another Tristana Sitch on the team, but it's a sister.
We do. Kat is a transfer from D2 Bridgeport, and she wanted to graduate with Maya, and so they're both going to graduate, I believe, in December. And so they just wanted to be together in their last year, and so we're like, we'll take you.
You can't sneak Maya back out there, though. I think these coaches would notice that, wouldn't they?
I would love to have Maya back for another year, yes.
Let's talk about the conference a little bit. You were picked 3rd in preseason in this conference. It's always tough, isn't it?
It's a battle. And this year, going to divisions for the first time, we've increased our conference schedule from 13 matches last year and playing everybody once to now divisions, and we're playing everybody in our conference home and away, or in our division home and away, and then everybody in the opposite side. So we went from 13 matches to 19, and so it's going to be a little bit more of a grind, and it's all new to us, everybody. So you just got to protect your home court, especially, and go on the road and beat some people.
I kind of like that though, because you do in the division get to have everybody at home.
You know, the majority of us coaches have been asking for this for a while. Just to create some rivalries. You know, when you only play everybody once, you go to their place or here and you win or lose, whatever it may be, you don't get that sort of redemption that most sports in college get to do. So it's just going to add another little flair to the conference, and I think it's going to be pretty exciting for our conference.
Coach, your team continues to me anyway, continues to improve each and every year, this entire program. What are some of the keys to that? How have you done that?
Recruiting has definitely been a big part of that, and we, like you said, our senior leadership, our juniors and seniors on this roster this year have been here 3 and 4 years. Some are 5th-year seniors, so just sticking with the program. Those kids that got here as freshmen when it was in that transition period has allowed our team to get better each year, and then that brings in the recruits. And you've been around for a while. The better recruits that you can get each year, the more your program gets to be successful, and we're definitely on the right track.
And by the way, before I let you go, we better talk about this as well. Academically, your team always seems to do very well, and a lot of awards. Congratulations for that.
I appreciate it. We put a lot of expectation on them, not only on the volleyball court. Of course, we want to win and perform well, but they know coming in, just in the recruiting process, that academics is a big concern of mine. And so they have to go to class, they have to prepare, they have to perform in the classroom, or they don't get that opportunity to play on the court. And so I give them all the credit because there is a lot of expectations, both academically and athletically, and they take care of their business. So I couldn't be more proud of them in both avenues.
All right, so there's Brett Holt, and as we start the second set, the Vikings get the first point of the second set, and they lead at 1-0. Up 1 set to none. Sherman is back serving, gets it over the net. Vikings won the first one after trailing by as many as 5. Good dig by Sherman. Back to the back row. The Ravens able to keep it in play. And now Kristanisic gets the kill. So the Vikes now up 2-0. We'll give you some of the numbers as we go along here from that first set. Two nothing. Vikings, going to be a double hit, I believe. So it's 2-1. So back to serve will be Hannah Thomason out of Columbus, Nebraska. Here's her serve. Line drives it over. Good block in the middle. I'm going to give credit to that to Kate Hansen. And we're tied at 2. And here we go again. Two pretty evenly matched school clubs. This Heart of America Conference volleyball, I'll tell you what, this is a good league for NEI volleyball. Whoa! There's a good kill down the right side, and getting a good set was Lauren Eldridge, and she took advantage of it. 3-2 Valley. Back to serve is Eldridge. Eldridge, a senior out of Gladstone. Her serve is over. Ravens with the left hand. Get it. Get the kill on the left hand. 3-3. And with that left hand and the kill was Katie Stewart. Tied at 3 in the second. Ooh, the Vikings might have wanted to let that one go, but it was going to be close anyway. Kristanisic. Nope, it was out. Point goes to the Ravens. They're up 4-3. Serving is Abby Brown. Kristanisic gets this one across and a point. We're tied at 4. Vikings don't want to get down by 5 again against this good team. Tough to come back from that again. Checking in is Dakota Santor as the Vikes serve, and Kristanisic is doing the serving. Oh, she doesn't get that one over. Tried to just get it over the net and came up a little short. Service error, 5-4 Ravens. Wesselink had 5 kills for the Ravens to lead the way, and Sophie Thomas had 4 in that first set. Here's the serve. Vikings just have to get it over. Wasn't close enough to the net. Good dive and save by Sherman. Now the Vikings get it. Good job by Costanzo to find the opening on the back line. As I mentioned, Wesselink had 5 kills, 4 for Sophie Thomas to lead the way. For the Vikings, Eldridge had 7, and Kristanisic had 5, and Santor had 3. Now a point goes to the Ravens. They're up 6-5. Kristanisic was 5 out of 20. Eldridge 7 out of 16. Thomas was 4 out of 9, and Wesselink 5 out of 14 for a percentage of .286. Vikings get it across. They're down by a point. Santor sends it over. Vikings keep it alive. They'll have to free ball this one over. Sherman does that. Good double block by the Vikes. And this one's out. Viking point. Good defense by Valley. Abby Brown had 10 digs for the Ravens. Kristanisic and Sherman each with 6 for the Vikings. Sophie Thomas had a service error. The Vikings had 3 service errors. Eldridge, Boots, and Sherman each had one. 7-6. Ravens with the lead. We're in the Second set, Vikings lead 1-0. Well, this one goes out as Santor trying to take it down the right side, and it goes out, and now it's an 8-6 lead for the Ravens. Good serve. Vikings get it over, but the Ravens are there in good position defensively. Good job by the Vikes to keep it alive. There's Eldridge. But the Ravens are going to be able to get this one over on the free ball. Quickly, the Vikings come back. Well, that was just a low set. And Eldridge caught it on the way up and gets the point, 8-7. Vikes trail by 1. Tamika Drake, assistant coach, up applauding. Oh, that one is out. It's going to be a Viking point. Vikings couldn't get to it, but it was long. 8-8. Back into serve is Nicole Boots, trying to give the Vikings the lead here in the second set. Ravens will work it to their left side. Double blocked by the Vikes, but a good dig by the Ravens. Now they'll send it back across. And I believe it was a double hit on the Ravens. The Vikings have scored 3 straight points to lead 9-8 here in the second. Boots will serve again. Good set by the Ravens, and they'll get the point. Boy, you could see that one coming. A nice set. Timed it perfectly, 9-9. Between the second and third sets, we're going to have a little break, I believe. We're going to have some contests. 9-9. Oh, the Vikings barely got that one over. Wasn't the best set. And Sherman can't come up with this one. It's 10-9. So 10-9 Ravens lead here in the second. Back to serve is Taylor Garner with Benedictine. Good volleyball. Both soccer teams doing well. Football team now 3-0, leading the North Division. Having a good fall. And they have a 2-point lead here, 11-9. As diving for it was Sazama. She couldn't come up with it. Here's Garner doing the serving. This one in the middle. But the Ravens able to come up and get it. And again, using that left hand of Katie Stewart. And they have built a 3-point lead, 12-9. Garner to serve. Oh, that was nice, but was it out? It was out. Criswell caught it perfectly, but it went out. She tried to go cross court, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point Benedictine lead. They lead it by the score of 13-9, and the Vikings will take a timeout. Timeout by the Vikings as they find themselves in the same predicament they were in the first set. That's trailing. 13-9. Here's the serve. Eldridge. Good job by the Ravens to keep it alive. Good job by the Vikings on that dig. Nice volley going on here, and the Vikings with the double block, and they'll get the point. Criswell and Eldridge with the block. 13-10. Sherman back to serve. Now he needs a little run here. That one's sent over. Good dig by the Ravens. They set it up. Vikings with a block. Good volley going on here. Ravens keep it over. Kristanovich goes to a knee to get it. And now the Viking get it. Was not a good set. And Eldridge was kind of off balance there and hit it into the net, 14-10. So the Ravens get that 4-point lead back as they serve. Nice job by Kristanovich. Everyone thought she was going to try to power that one and just got it over the net. 14-11. Eldridge back to serve. Good block, but it goes out, and the point goes to the Ravens. Sophie Thomas continues her fine play tonight. Back to serve Abby Brown. That's long. Service error. Vikings get the point, 15-12. Santor back in. She's going to replace Nicole Boots. Kristanovich will serve and just got it over the net. And the Vikings get the point. Good. That time a very nice set. Costanzo from the right side makes it 15-13. Kristanovich, I mean, that ball wasn't over the net by 3 inches. And she tries it again, and she gets the point as she hits the tape, and it falls on the Benedictine side. Bet she won't try that again. Maybe she might. 15-14. She did it again. This time, though, the Ravens able to get to it, and they'll free ball it over. And this is out, and the Vikings have tied it. Santor. You expect that hard serve, and Kristanovich is just barely getting it over the net. That's really bothering the Ravens. 3 straight points, 15 all. She does it again. At this time, she can't get it over the net. Service error. 16-15. Back to serve will be Hack. Crystal Hack, El Paso, Texas. Where's number 4? Fires this one across. Kristanovich, that one right to the net and the point. Good job, they got it to the net. And getting it over was Garner. 17-15, Ravens come right back and score the last 2 points. Hack serve. Ravens keep it alive, but into the net, one of the Ravens at 17-16. Criswell checks in. And looks like KK's going to come in. KK Stoudemire. First time we've seen KK in the action tonight. Public relations major. And she'll be serving. KK is out of Lee Summit. Gets it over. Good serve. Ravens, they're going to get the point now. However, they go to their left side, and that's where Sophie Thomas gets the kill, 18-16. So KK comes right back out. Back to serve will be Haley Cochran. Where's number 11? Gets it over. That's a line drive. Kristanisic. Ravens able to put it off the net, keep it alive. Santor. Ravens again keep it alive. Good job, and they're going to go for the kill and get it. No, it's out. Out on the right side, 18-17. That's the side away from us. You can see on the replay, tried to take it down that right side, and it was just out. So here's Sazama. Vikings trail by a point. Eldridge, that was dug out, and now the Vikings will get the point. Double hit, 18-all. 18-all, second set. Back to serve will be Sazama. Gets it over the tape. Now the Vikes trying to take their first lead in quite a while in the second, and they get it. That was Santor off the shoulder of one of the Ravens, and now Coach Erin Cooper, she's seen this game before. She's going to take a timeout. Had the lead, middle part of the set. Now the Vikings lead 19-18. Timeout, Benedictine. All right, Vikings with the lead. Timeout, Benedictine. Valley up 1-0. They won the first 25-23. Back to serve is Sazama. St. Louis senior. Jump serve. Dug out nicely by the Ravens, and they get the kill. We're tied at 19. Back to serve is Ramunzai. Gretna, Nebraska, Ramunzai. She stands flat-footed for that serve. Late in the second. Vikings looking to regain the lead. And they get the point. That was Santor, I believe, over there. No, excuse me, it's Eldridge on the left side. 2019. Santor checks out. And back in to serve will be Nicole Boots. 2019 Valley. Trying to go up 2-0, but a long way to go in this one. High serve, gets it over, and into the net. The Ravens, and I think what they were trying to do there, I believe that was Jamie Hillebrand, she was just trying to get it over the net and put it right in the top of the net. 21-19 Valley. Serving is going to be Boots. Sends it to the middle of the floor. Double blocked by the Vikings. So they get the point. Double blocked by Criswell and Eldridge. 22-19. Valley up by 3. And here is Boots again. I believe this is the largest lead the Vikings have had in the second. This one just over the net. into the net again, and the Vikings are up 23-19 as that one put into the net by Sophie Thomas. Or was that Sophie? No, excuse me. I think that was Wesseling. Fleur Wesseling. So the Valley up by 4. Trying to go up 2-0 here. We'll have a little break between sets. Next serve is over. This one right at the net. And the Vikings will get the point. That was carried 24-19. So here's set point. Vikings trailed 19, or they're up 19-18 now. They're up 24-19. Double block, Vikings go up 2. And once again, it's Criswell and Eldridge. And the Vikings, as they did in the first set, came roaring back from about midway through the set to get the win. And they're up 2-0 right now. And then we'll have a break. And we'll have a few contests, but we'll be back on the Viking Sports Network to bring you the third set. Vikings lead 2-0, 25-23 and 25-19. Again, remind you, we have football Saturday, but it'll only be the audio. We'll have it for you on mobile.edu, also on KMMO radio, as that is the cable game, the ESPN3 game. So no video on mobile.edu. Chaz Matty will get out of his director's chair and do some sideline reporters for us on radio. And then both soccer teams, I believe it's next week, go to Benedictine. So they will play their next matches at Benedictine. Volleyball goes to Avila on Thursday, and a tough one at Mid-America Nazarene on Friday night. All right, we have a little break here. Have some activities, some serving activities for prizes. And while they do that, we're going to step aside. You can watch the action, and we'll be back with the third set. Vikings leading 2-0 on the Viking Sports Network. We get set for the third set tonight as the Vikings lead 2 sets to none. Have had to come from behind in those first 2 sets. Had a little fun with some of the students trying to win prizes in between sets. And here we go. Vikings up 2-0. We'll give you some of the numbers as we go along here. Lauren Eldridge now has 11 kills, by the way. Kristanisic has 8. Lauren's 11 of 27, a 33%. Kristanisic 8 out of 28, 25%. Santor has 5 kills, 21%, 5 out of 14. On the other side for Benedictine, Wesselink is 7 out of 30 in kills. Katie Stewart 5 out of 12, and Sophie Thomas 6 out of 12 as far as the kills are concerned. Here is the serve by the Vikings, and the Ravens go up 1-0. 28 kills for Missouri Valley, 24 for Benedictine. Service errors, only 2 for Benedictine. Abby Brown and Sophie Thomas. The Vikings have several service errors. Kristanisic has 2. Mueller has 2. 1-0 in this third. The Vikings trailing early. And they're now 2-0 as Sherman can't get to that one down the line. And sending it down the line was Ramanzai. Ramanzai had 3 kills in the first 2 periods. 2-0 Benedictine. Here as we start the third. Vikings have to free ball this one over. They do. It's now 3-0. Ravens getting off to a quick start here. Back to serve again is Hack. Long break between the second and third. Now the Vikings get their first point. It's Kristanisic. That's her 9th kill of the proceedings. And Sherman back to serve. Madison Sherman fires it from right to left. Another kill coming from the left side. I believe that was Sophie Thomas again. Here's another serve just getting over, and the Vikings send that one over on the dig. Trailing 4-1. And there's a little dink. The Ravens able to stay up with it. Send it in. Sherman with the left hand keeps it alive. As the Ravens will get the point, it's 4-1, 5-1. Early on here, 5-1. The Vikings just look a little out of sorts here to start this. And that one is out, and it's 6-1. 6-1 Ravens here in the third. Kristanisic dinks it over. But the Ravens are there. They'll try that. And this is out. 7-1. No, Vikings point. It was tipped. It was deflected, so it's a Viking point, 7-2. Or 6-2. Let's check it out here. Should be 6-2. It is. So Eldridge will serve. Oh, there's a mistake. Abby Brown, who's really had a nice match, didn't know whether to let that one go or not, kind of hit it and put it right into the floor. So it's 6-3. Vikings trying to sneak back into this third set. Sherman with a dig. Nice job by Brown to keep it alive. And this one is out, I believe it is. It's long, 6-4. Eldridge will serve. Oh, just over the tape. May have even grazed the tape. They'll have to free ball this one over. They'll get it over. Sherman has it. And the Vikings go cross court to make it a 1-point set. Constanza, 6-5. It was 6-1. And then we thought the Ravens had that point to make it 7-1. It was tipped to make it 6-2, and the Vikings have been on a little run since that time. Here's Eldridge with a serve. And this one is a point for the Ravens as they stop that Viking run. It's now 7-5. And that one goes to Wesseling. Fleur Wesseling. She's from the Netherlands. Flat-footed serve. And the Vikings, nope, I thought they were going to get the point, but good job by the Ravens to keep it alive. This is not in. It's right down the line, but it was out. So now 2 points in a row for the Ravens, and they're back to an 8-5 lead. This one up toward the basketball net. They have to free ball this one over, and they will. Ravens doing a nice job in this set of finding Wesselink, and she scores there, and it's now 9-5. The lead back to 4. Flat-footed serve. Let's see if the Vikes can make a run now. They can't, at least not yet. It's now 10-5. The Ravens come storming back here in the third. Another good serve. This is still in play, and it's still in play, and it goes up into the rafters. It still would have been in play, but like Vikings will get the point. 10-6. Then we went up in the rafters. Kristanisic. Puts a little more air into that one. But on the block, the Ravens get the point to go up 11-6. Now this has been their set so far. And here's Taylor Garner back to serve. Ravens using that left hand to Katie Stewart again, up by 6. Their largest lead, I think, of the night in any of these sets. They've led in all of them. And now, Coach Holt wants a timeout. Aaron Cooper, the coach of the Benedictine Ravens, said when they were on their way down, they got caught up in the U2 traffic. U2 performing at Arrowhead tonight. And so a lot of traffic on all the freeways in and around Kansas City, headed toward Arrowhead. So they got caught up in that traffic for a while. 12-6. Her club on top here in the third set. Brett Holt taking that timeout. The Ravens rolling here in the third set. And here's the serve. Santor from a long ways away almost makes the basket. And it will be Viking point. That thing almost went in the south basket. 12-7. Or 12-6, excuse me. Garner serving. And this is out as Santor tries to go cross court, and the Benedictine 13-6 here in the third after losing the first two. With the service, Garner. Good job by the Ravens to keep it alive. They're doing a really good job defensively, and now the Vikes will get the point. I think that was Costanzo. We'll check the replay here. Yeah, Costanzo is right there on the block, 13-7. All right, Stoudemire back in, KK Stoudemire. Vikings, well, the double hit by the Vikings, so it's 14-7. So it's 14-7. Back to serve. I believe that's Thomason. Vikings just kind of look out of sorts here in this third set. Good job there keeping that one alive. Now the Ravens will send it over. Good volley here in the third. Good job by Brown to keep it alive. Good block, but it goes out. Point to the Ravens, 15-7. And now Talisha Scott, Harlanville, Illinois, checks in for the Vikings. The first time we've seen her in action tonight. And she comes in and gets a kill. Talisha Scott, junior. 15-9. Back to serve. Is Nicole Boots. Excuse me, back to serve is Sazama. And just clears the tape and gets the ace. 15-10. Vikings trying to mount a third set comeback. This one grazes the tape. And the Vikes get another kill, another block. 15-11. Long way to go in this comeback. Here's Azuma. This one's over. And when you need one, go to Katie Stewart in that left arm. 16-11. So here's Abby Brown. She stands flat-footed when she serves. Vikings get this one. I believe that was Criswell. 16-11. It was Criswell from the middle. Back to serve Boots. 16-11. And that one's into the net, but the Ravens able to send it over, but it's out on the right side, 16-12. Here's another serve by Boots. Vikings keep this one alive. They'll send it over in the corner, and it's good. Eldridge kind of shoved that one from right to left in the corner, and all of a sudden, Valley was down by 7, I believe. They're now back within 3, 16-13. Timeout, Benedictine. (16-13). Vikings within 3 after the timeout. Good block and the point, and that was huge. That was big, and once again, Katie Stewart right in the middle of that thing. 17-13. That was big. That really stopped the momentum. Now here's Hack to serve. Vikings need a side out. Hey, did they get it? No, it was just long. 18-13. If this match would go 5, the 5th one goes to 15, of course. Well, the Vikings' little misplay there as Boots got to it, but no one was there to help her out. It's 19-13. Here come the Ravens again after the timeout. Hack sends it over. Boots with the dig. And the Ravens will keep it alive. Good job, and send it over. And the point comes to the Ravens. You have to get that set up and above the net, and the Vikings not doing that very well there. 20-13, back to a 7-point advantage after the timeout, 8-point advantage. 21-13, so the Ravens rolling here in the 3rd set. This one is in. Boots thought it might go long. She ducked under it, but it was in. 22-13. So Benedictine well on their way to making this a 2-1 match. Here's Hack with another serve, another point. It's 23-13. I think we'll mark this one down for the Ravens. We'll just see what the final score is going to be. 23-13. Ravens trying to get another point here and go to set point. Vikings trying to have quite a comeback here. Well, there's 1 point. Kristanisic gets 1 point. I see her sister Maya's sitting across the way, watching the action. 23-14. Back to serve is Tia Thurston. Flat-footed serve for Tia. Vikings are not going to go quietly. That's a good pancake there. And a good block by the Vikings. 23-15. Boy, that was nice. Just slid that hand under there, did Abby Brown. This one is out. So we're at set point. 24-15. So we are headed to a fourth. Here is one of many set points if they need them. And they're going to need at least one more as the Vikings get a kill there to make it 24-16. Good job by Costanza. So here's the serve. And that's the third set. 25-16. So Benedictine, after the break, came out. They led through most of that one. It's now 2-1. Vikings still with the lead. Set number 4 coming up. Well, that third set definitely belonged to the Ravens, and they win it convincingly, 25-16. It's now 2-1. As we head into the fourth. Let's see. On the attack for the Vikings, they're 36 out of 103, 19 errors, 100, rather for Benedictine, a 165 percentage. Vikings 37 out of 115, 14 errors, a 200 percentage. Leading the way for Benedictine right now, Wesselink with 14 kills. Stewart has 8. Ramunzai has 5. For the Vikings, it's Eldridge and Kristanisic. Eldridge 12, Kristanisic 11. 12 digs for Kristanisic. 12 for Madison Sherman, 16 for Abby Brown. Abby Brown, speaking of, with the serve. And here we go in the fourth. Ravens try to do what they've done all night long, jump out to an early lead. They'll have to send this one over. They do. Sherman gets to it. Vikes will have to send it over. Eldridge does. Looking for the first point of this second. It's going to go to, no, the Vikings somehow get that over. But now the Ravens will get the point. A little life in the Ravens now. They were ahead in both the first and second sets. And here's Abby Brown to serve again. Abby fires it over to Sherman. There's a good kill rough in the middle. And I'll tell you, that was perfect for Costanzo, and she let it fly. Talisha Scott will come in. No. Yeah, Talisha Scott comes in. Tia Thurston is out. Back to serve is Kristanistich. Just puts a little bit more on this one to get it over. Good dig by Sherman. And now Eldridge sends it over. Kristanisic to Sherman. Kristanisic with a free ball. Good block and a point. Double block by the Ravens. Ramunzai was one of those, and I believe the other was Haley Cochran. 2-1 Ravens, they're serving here. Hack will serve. They've been able to get leads in every set. Pretty good leads, but here the Vikings get a great set to Eldridge on the right side, and she sends it across court, tied at 2. Costanzo to set, to serve rather. Vikings will have an opportunity here to the middle. Kristanisic, but it is blocked. Vikings again looking for the lead here, and they got it. From the left side, Talisha Scott goes across. One of the Ravens got a hand on it, but unable to do anything else with it. And that was, I think, Abby Brown, who's had a very good defensive game. Vikings, they try that little dink over. The Vikings able to get it. Ravens keep it alive, and now coming toward the scores table, and that's a point for the Vikings, up 4-2. Again, Costanzo back to serve. Almost knuckleballed that one over. And there's the kill, and that goes to Ramunzai. And it's 4-3. 3 will be serving. Cochran will serve it for the Ravens. Good job by the Ravens. Vikings are there defensively. Another dink. This one could be free balled over. It will be. Boy, that's a nice save. Nice save by the Ravens. This was the point, however, second point in a row from that left side for Talisha Scott. 5-3. Now KK Stottlemyre comes in. So does Sazama. Sazama will serve. 5-3 Valley in the fourth. Six 3 as there's a service ace right in front of Abby Brown. Sazama runs up, fires that one. Abby gets to this one. Oh, right off the hands of Sazama. 6-4. Ravens serve, and again that flat-footed serve. Vikings send it to the middle and get the point. Diving for it was Ramanza, couldn't get there. It's 7-4. Back to serve will be Tia Thurston. 7-4 Valley here in the fourth. Good volley going on here. That's out. Trying to sneak it down that sideline was Wesselink, and it's out. 8-4 Valley. Scott to serve again. They got to send this one over. They don't do it. It's 9-4. Valley. Here's a serve by Thurston. 10-4 Valley is into the net, I believe, was Kate Hansen. 10-4, the Vikings have a 6-point lead here in the fourth. Ooh, and she missed that one. Good job. You can see that one slip off of her hand, and it's 10-5. Service error. But Thurston had a nice little run there. Now the Vikes have to keep this up. Garner will serve, trying to get her team back into this thing. Good block, but the Vikings are there. And they get this one over. KK Stoudemire just got it over the net. 11-5 Valley by 6. Sherman back to serve. Nobody home in the middle. Somebody has to stay in that middle, and nobody was there. 11-6. So it's 11-6. Vikings with the lead, but the Ravens trying to make a run here in game 4. Uh-oh, long by Kristanisic, and it's 11-7. Ravens. There's a good one, good set. And it goes to Costanzo again. It's 12-7. Vikings up by 5, about midway through this fourth set. Back to serve is Sarah Mueller. Mueller over to Abby Brown. Good job by the Vikings to keep this one alive. They'll have to send it over. Eldridge will do that. And once again, the middle is wide open. It's 12-8. Stewart's having a good evening. Back to serve Abby Brown. It's 12-8. Good block. It's 12-9. Here come the Ravens. Vikings won the first 2 sets. The Ravens won the third. We're in the fourth. 12-9. Give this Raven team credit for not giving it up. And they are battling hard here. There's the block. It's out. Viking point into the net, I believe, was Aldridge. 13-9, or Stewart, I mean, excuse me. 13-9. Kristanisic will serve here. The club up by 4. Vikings should be able to do something with this one. They do. It's Eldridge, cross court. It was touched by one of the Ravens. It's 14-9. It stayed in anyway in that far corner. So 14-9. Vikings back with that 5-point lead here in the 4th set. Kristanicic putting a little more on these serves. It's now 15-9. As unable to come up with that one. The serve went right to one of the Ravens, and I believe that was Taylor Schroll, and went right off her hands. So Vikes up by 6. That matches their largest lead. This time Schroll gets to it. Into the net. The Vikings can't come up with it. Kristanicic dove for it, but it hit the floor. It's 15-10. Back to serve is Hack. Flat-footed serve. Well, for a minute I didn't think it was going to get there. Cross court, and it is out. 15-11. Another flat-footed serve. Sherman has to go to a knee to get that one. Eldridge gets the kill. 16-11. Julia Krebs will come in for the first time. She'll go back to serve. 16-11, the Vikings lead. See if Krebs can get the Vikes a couple of points here. Good serve. Good block. Oh, the point, though, goes to the Ravens as that one did not stay on court. 16-12. Back to serve is Cochran. 16-12, Vikings with a lead, but here come the Ravens. Kristanovich. Good block. Back to the net. Vikings get it. It's still alive. Pushed over by the Ravens. Now the Vikes get the point. And from the middle, Haley Criswell makes it 17-12. Timeout taken, I believe, by Benedictine. 17-12. A good 4th set underway. The Vikings lead it by 5. Timeout Benedictine. Well, if you're the Raven, rooting for the Ravens, you want to see a little run here. If you're cheering for the Vikings, you'd like to see a 2 or 3 points right here. Put yourself in good position. And Sazima's back to serve. She'll serve from the right side. It's over. And the Ravens get it over. Now the Vikings will set it up. They dink it over down the line for the point. And that point goes to Scott, Talisha Scott. So it's 18-12. Here's Sazuma. Right at the net. Vikings are able to get a hand on it. Good block. They keep it alive, however. Another one. Vikings get this point. I give a lot of credit there to Krasnanasic. Off that block, she kept it alive, and then Talisha Scott gets the point, 19-12. Here's the next one. And that point goes to the Ravens. So the Vikings got a couple of points out of that. They're up 19-13. And the serve to the Ravens. Flat-footed serve again. It's over. Well, the Vikes, you want to come right back and get it just like they did right there. Vikings wanted to come right back and get it, and they did. They got a point right back. So it's 20-13. Here's the serve by Thurston. Vikings, they get the point. Little mix-up by the Ravens trying to get that ball to the net, and it's 21-13, Valley by 8 now. Thurston will serve. It's over. Blocked by the Vikings. They keep it alive. Here's Krasnanasic with the point. 22-13. Vikings in pretty good shape now. We said coming out of that timeout, going about a 3 or 4 point run, and they did. Still not over, and another timeout, I think, taken by the Ravens. 22-13. The Vikings, that's not over yet. They're in pretty good shape, up by 9 late here in the fourth set. Valley up 22-13 here in the fourth set. In football this Saturday, we'll just have the audio for you. It's the ESPN3 game, Peru State in town, 11 o'clock kickoff, 10:30 pregame on KMMO and also on moval.edu. Vikings 3 points away from winning tonight's match. Here's Thurston with the serve. Double block, there's a point. Criswell right there along with Stoudemire, and it's 23-13. Vikings closing in now on a 3-1 set match win over Benedictine. Still need a couple of tough points. Thurston sends it over. Ravens trying to keep this match alive. That one is in. For a moment, Sherman thought about going after it, thought maybe it'll go out. It did not, so it's 23-14. Back to serve is Taylor Garner. Garner gets it over the net. Vikings now will have to free ball this one over. And they put it in the net. 23-14. Or 23-15, excuse me. Can't get lackadaisical here. Still need a couple of points. Garner. Ooh, that would have been out long. The Vikings went for it. Criswell gets it over. And now it'll be sent over by the Ravens. They send it back over. The Vikings now keep it in play. Go for the kill, and that's long. 23-16. Stoudemire was long with that one. There's Garner again. Vikings not getting very good sets there. And it's now 23-17. Vikings not getting very good sets on those last couple of possessions. You just need a couple of points, and they're not easy to get. Kristanisic, 23-18. Wow, what a run by the Ravens. Criswell pushes it over. Here come the Ravens. It's in, 23-19. What a run by the Ravens. They're right back in this match. Big point here. It's out. That was big. 24-19. What a run by the Ravens. Now the Vikings are down to match point. Back to serve. Match point. Madison Sherman. Here's the serve by Sherman. There it is. The Vikings with a double block, and they get the match 25-19. Give the Ravens credit. They really came on in that last couple of minutes. But the Ravens win it, or the Vikings win it 3-1, 25-23, 25-19. The Ravens won the third, 25-16, and the Vikings take this one 25-19. So Valley now 2-0 in conference play. The Ravens fall to 1-3. We're going to get Coach Holt to come over here for just a moment or two and visit with us about this match and a very, very important weekend coming up. Vikings win this one. Vikings win this one 3-1. So we'll get Coach Holt over here for just a moment. Steal Andy's chair for a moment. Put a headset on you here, Coach. Congratulations. Nice win for you tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. It wasn't easy, but nothing in conferences. So anytime you get a win, we'll take it.
I was impressed with the first two sets. In the middle of the set, you were down by 4 or 5 in each one of those, and you were able to come back. What was the difference there? What happened there that you were able to come back in those two?
You know, I think it's just our maturity, experience. They know how to get through those points, those tough times. And you know, if you look at them, they don't get high emotions and they don't get low. They just kind of go about business. And I told them, just you got to stick with it and stick with the game plan, and it's going to work itself out. And we were able to get points here and there on our serve and get ourselves back in it, and we were able to close those first two sets out, and that was big. And we knew they were going to come out of the break and put some pressure on us, and they did. And we had to make some changes personnel-wise. And credit to our bench. You know, we have a lot of people on our bench that would be playing somewhere else, and they were able to come in and provide a little spark off the bench, and that's what we need to do.
And then in the fourth, after you lost that third one, 25-16, you got off to a good start, had the big lead. They kind of made a run at you, but you knew you just needed a point or two, didn't you, to get back in position to win it?
Yeah, you know, you want to take a timeout at that point, but they have to learn to fight through those situations, and we did. And, you know, had it got a little closer, maybe a timeout would have come. But again, maturity-wise, experience, you got to let those kids play through that.
Eldridge had 16 kills. Kristanisic had 12. She also had 15 digs.
Kat?
Yeah, Kat did.
Kat's a double-double machine, and she struggled a little bit there in the third set, and I got on her at the timeout, and she responded, and they all responded in the fourth set to get out to that big lead. After getting down, and the momentum was all on Benedictine side, and you know, volleyball, you've been around enough games. It's a game of momentum, and sometimes once the momentum, you lose it, it's hard to get it back. And we bounced right back at the beginning of that fourth set, and that was big to get out to that lead. And then we're just kind of on cruise control from there.
All right, let's talk about this weekend quickly. Thursday night, you go to Avila. Friday night, Mid-American Nazarene. Wow. two huge matches early in the season.
Yeah, like we talked about pregame, there is no, from top to bottom, this conference has gotten extremely tough since I've been here, and this year's no exception. And so there's no easy games, so to speak, and especially when you go on the road. Everybody, and we talked about being preseason third, and that's a great expectation, and that's a great respect from our coaches in our conference, but it's tough. And now you got everybody, you get everybody's best shot. Everybody wants to beat you, and so you got to be ready to play, and it's going to be tough this weekend.
Well, look at that Benedictine. That's a good team. They're 1-3.
Yeah. Yeah, Erin does a great job, and I have a lot of respect for her in the program. And they got a couple young kids playing. I mean, they had 2 freshmen playing, and so they've gotten better each year, and they're going to win some games in the conference this year.
Coach, good luck Thursday and Friday. Thanks for entertaining us tonight. It was a fun match.
No problem. Thanks for being here.
All right, we appreciate it. So there you have the coach, and they'll go on the road Thursday night to Avila and Friday to Mid-American Nazarene. 2 difficult matches. Well, hope you enjoyed our webcast tonight. Chaz Maddie and all of his crew. Juliana Doyle's there, and I know Shane Clary, Bobby Collins, and others on the broadcast tonight. I'm Ken Cuiava. So long from the Burns Center. Vikings win it tonight over Benedictine. 3-1. They hit the road Thursday and Friday. Good night from the Burns Center.